Hi, my name is Eli. If you're listening to this or you're watching this, I hope you truly listen to what I'm about to tell you and you truly take in some of it and you really think about your own choices here. If you don't know, of course, I'm the host of the RLM podcast. I'm the creator of it, I'm the producer of it. But the truth is, there is a lot of stuff that not many people know about who I was before kind of this rise to quote unquote fame, right? Um, I do want to share a little bit of my story, my real story, not the story I pretend to tell people. The truth is, I did not have a great childhood. And it wasn't because I had bad parents, it's because I was the bad kid. I was the bad son. I was the bad brother. I abused and heavily hurt and fought against my parents and my family for the longest time. Of course, if you don't know, I was adopted at the age of about 3. And whether it's from that or just from a multitude of other mental stuff, I, I essentially I revolted against my family. I didn't ever show them I loved them. I rarely ever told them that I loved them. Honestly, until about 6 or 7 months ago, I don't remember the last time I told them that I loved them, and it really broke the family. It caused a lot of stress. It caused a lot of, I know, it caused pain to everyone because everyone had to hear the same stuff, whether it was my mom having to deal with me or just it was just a stress. Even if the yelling wasn't happening, it was just the stress of a part of the family not choosing to be with the family. I would choose to purposefully say hurtful stuff, purposefully do hurtful stuff. I would steal, I would lie, I was essentially I wasn't violent. That was the one thing that I didn't do. I was never violent, but I was everything but violent. I would play with lighting candles in my room, lighting matches just to get my parents to say something. I would steal stuff just to get my parents to say something, and it was the dumbest stuff. I'd play games with food, how much I ate. I would I did terrible stuff with my friends. Not that they did terrible stuff, but I would play with their feelings. I manipulate them. I was a terrible, terrible kid. I mean, this was up until even. I mean, a year ago today, I was that person. It was terrible. It was horrible. I hated being that person. I hated who I was being that person, and it really it did some damage. I'm still working to fix to fix the problems I've made, to fix the stress, to fix the relationships that I broke, to fix the bridges that I broke. I'm still working to live a better life. You know, be a better man, be a better son, be a better brother, be a better friend. Um, and it's not always easy, but as long as I put into work, I've noticed that it's significantly easier to be that good person that everyone has always told me I can be. I've always known I can be. To all those people out there who knew me back then, who were my friends, who family, I know I can never apologize enough for who I was. No, I wasn't not a great person, and I wish I could take it all back. I really wish I could. It was 13 years of abuse to everyone in my life, and it was terrible. I even went to counseling, and that I didn't. Wasn't that it didn't work? It was I didn't let it work. I didn't let it change how I acted. I didn't let it change myself enough, and I wish I would have done it more. The reality is, I lived a long part of my life being afraid of everything that had to do with loving and accepting love and being, loved by other people, loving other people for God's sake. I didn't let any of that into my life. I didn't let other people love me, even though that was the one thing I wanted more than all. I didn't let it happen because I was afraid. I was afraid of everything that I thought love was. I thought love was going to be this heart wrenching thing. That love would take everything away from me. I put into my head, well, my adopted parents, they must have not have cared about me enough. And that was the most entitled idea ever. Of course they cared about me. They put me in an orphanage so I could live in a country where that where I would not have thrived. I mean, I'm blind, that would have been instant blocker for literally living. Um, I love my family. I love my brother and sister and my mom and my dad and my grandparents and uncles. I love my uncles and aunts and all of them. I love them all. Um, but I know there's so much that I did do that broke relationships, that some only recently have I been able to talk and apologize. If you are out there and you've ever gone through this with someone else emotionally abused you, emotionally manipulated you, hurt you, and all that stuff, I implore you to talk to someone. I'm not talking about a therapist necessarily. I'm talking a friend, a family member, someone safe, someone that you love, someone who loves you. Um, love isn't something to be played with lightly. Love isn't hard either. That's the one thing too, is that everyone pretends that love is this hard thing, and the truth is, I don't think it is that hard. I don't think it's that hard to love. People make love out to be this big crazy thing, and really, it's. I mean, yeah, it can hurt when it doesn't work out, but just because they didn't love you doesn't mean you can't still love them. If you date someone and you truly love them and then you guys break up, that doesn't mean you don't love her anymore. It just means you guys just can't be in that relationship anymore. But you can still love him or her or whatever. Never stop loving. You can honestly trust me on that. Never stop loving. It's the one mistake I made. Biggest mistake I made, sorry. Biggest mistake. Not the one mistake. I made a lot of mistakes. Biggest mistake I made was that I didn't love, or I didn't ever show that I loved. I didn't ever allow myself to accept any sort of form of love. Even though I wanted that most of all, I wanted validation, I wanted attention, I wanted all of that. I still do. But I've learned now the right ways to love others and for others to love you. You just gotta let it happen. Don't let them abuse you, don't let them hurt you, but let them love you. I want to tell you guys this because the truth is, as clean cut as I might seem, I'm not. I was not a great person. I changed who I was, and now I'm a better person. I'm not a great person, but I'm a better person. I am working towards it. I'm getting farther every day, hopefully. Um, well, I knew I couldn't go another day without sharing that part of who I was, of who I am. We are not defined by what we have done. We are defined by what we are doing. So stop worrying about everything that you have done in your past and start worrying about what you can do in your future. I hope you all find someone who loves you, and I hope you all know that if no one else, I will love you. Because everyone deserves love. Everyone needs love. No one can go without it. Everyone needs hugs. Everyone needs affection. Everyone needs encouragement. So don't go a day without telling the ones that you love them. Don't go a day without showing them that. I don't want anyone to end up like me. If I ever have kids one day, I'm going to tell them exactly what happened when I was a kid, and I'm going to be like, don't ever end up like me. Got to talk to your parents, talk to your loved ones, tell them how much you love them. And maybe you aren't the talky person, but at least show them. If you can't tell them, at least show them. At least do the things that that proves that you love them. Don't hide stuff from them. Don't steal from them. Don't lie to them. Be honest. Be authentic. Live the best life you can live. Be the best you can be, and your life will be fine. Things will happen in your life that you can't control, but you got to keep pushing. You got to keep working. Got to keep going, especially when it gets hard, and it will get hard. But you'll get through it. I believe in you, and I know there's someone else who believes in you too. Have a great day, everyone. Know you're loved and love others.